play. Hello. Come on. Come on, line here, game. So. Settings, calibration. Okay. Right. Oh, I'm stupid. I'm fucking stupid. Of course I am. Come on, controller. No, that was not it. I wanted to switch this stupid thing off. Multiplayer. Server browser. GTCS. That's not free practice. 10 minutes of qualifying, so there's a one-shot quali here tonight. And it's taking obviously its time for loading the track. As usual. This is Nordschleife. This doesn't load instantaneously. But ACC expects everything to load instantaneously. Because Unreal Engine, and it does a relatively good job at that. Hello, what you currently finish reconnecting? What setup do I use here? I have a 992 and N2401. I have an LFM setup. I have a setup from July. The most recent is the Neo 02. From November. Alright, let's try our hand on the Neo 02. Temperatures are relatively low. Stump pressure's up by 03, I think. I'll try that. See how that works. Or doesn't. Ignition, starter. Right. Stretch my legs. Look at this right now, and Paul just asked why he's on top spot. Very simple, because the fast people have not put a lap in yet. I mean, 815 is not slow, but like it for sure isn't alien. And this league has a bunch of aliens in it, so it's like, yeah, it's not too much of a price question to ask. Yeah, it's been a bit since I last drove the Nordschleife, and it's been a bit since I last drove the car. Precisely a week ago is the last time I drove. fuel calculator's a bit upset from me doing the shortcut. Explain where to pit, okay. That was what actually the fastest guy asked, which is a bit odd. The thing is, the pit lane entry is different in practice and qualifying than the race. Because in practice you have, in qualifying, the shortcuts is open. So you can shortcut to start a lap. And the pit lane entry effectively drives through the shortcuts. So there's a bunch of cones in the way. Oh, come on! That was obviously not ideal. Nice sunset here. Was it sunrise? I'm not too sure. I like driving in sunrise. This could be sunrise. Not sure what the in-game time is. There's no clock in my car installed, like in the DC3. Some cars do have one though. That's a handy thing, occasionally. Oh fucking hell, Jesus, the understeer. Okay, that wasn't quite right. This morning run through the mist up the hill. Although it's not that misty. Can't get that misty in ACC even. I can have driven faster than that. Also our tire pressure a bit low. Nah. Did increase them slightly before we went out. So I guess we just need more. Jesus. Like, this is for sure a track that I can remember out of my sleep of how many laps I've done here. But still, doesn't mean you can't underestimate it by any stretch. Not particularly great landing. This lap in general is not great. We can hope that it's sub to 825, which is disastrously slow in its own right. $15, $18, $19. Not great, not terrible.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Well, I broke actually a bit early even for turn 1. The car skips a bit much over the bumps. Only 3.5 seconds off the pace. Oh, we should be able to find some time here. Some of these mistakes. I forgot to check what tire pressures I had over the line. Great job, Lucas. Great job. What line is that into an entry into this corner?
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
If it was trying to let me by, that I sure was one of the letting bys of all time. I mean, it's nice that you let me by, but like, I'm confused more by why you did it this way. You didn't have to. That's the thing. I respect that opinion. It's just so weird when you move to defend the corner. It's up to relinquish it. That's just. I probably just didn't think too much about it. Nah, it is sunset because it is getting darker, noticeably. Oh god. Jesus, that's a line. No, the whole time. And Jones has moved the goalpost here decent a bit. But I don't think anybody's really trying much so far. But let's expect lap times to be a lot lower than this. I'm having 8 minutes remaining, so this will be basically our final lap here. I don't want to delay things too much. Hello, bricks. Why am I again trying to look at the pop-up message when I can just read the dashboard? Just read it. Stop looking at messages. Miku Day? I didn't know that. Shave on me. That it's very noticeable that like the poster that I have hanging behind my pedals is one of the random posters that Moza Box delivered to me. Oh, how many years is it since I had that one? I think I ordered them back in 2020. Yeah, I think 2020. We've even slowed it last time around. For the corner. What a second off my all-time best right now. Which isn't too bad. Considering especially because we're not driving a full fuel here. Yeah, nice to hear it's Miku Day. We might hit some traffic here. Oh, not again! Not again! Ah, I keep overshooting this corner somehow. That, however, is not usual. Me just doing casual saves. Okay, that's def. It's definitely invalidation now. Yeah, I keep being the opinion that the suspension setup is just tad stiff. But I'm not sure if this was the setup I used for V-Track, or if this was the setup that I developed this V-Track setup off. What's the strategy for today? Well, it's a 90-minute race. One mandatory pit stop. Well, as far as I know, it's a one mandatory pit stop. There's only a 10-minute qualifying, so there is a one-shot quali in effect. Well, I've done already one lap. Hello, Mentrix. Well, I have not spun, but I have already invalidated the lap, so I have been nearly spun and thrown off the circuit. been? Unfortunately, I did not check out how V-Track really went this weekend. Well, I know that, like, I know you didn't have a fun time, Mintrix. Unfortunately, I can also say that is not the most surprising statement at the end of a V-Track race. But I think you're quite aware of that already. That's why you're making such frustrated posts, because it's a repeated pattern. It's not nice observing that. Also know that, I think it was UBS who also didn't have a particularly great run. Where did that code suddenly come from? I forgot again. Oh, that's even less fun. Okay. That's even less fun to suffer a game crash. I know, that's bullshit. Yeah, I mean, GTCS, the GTCS series that I'm driving here, I did have 2 weeks where I didn't have luck, because 1 week I suffered a disconnect, and the next week I had a pedal failure. In a race where I probably would have finished second. But it's a 23rd place finish because DNF from literally the spring just snapping itself in half. Fun. No, if you have already a never-ending streak of bad success, bad races, and it's just... You had one more added on top of it with a disconnect. That's not just disconnect, just a game crash straight up. Yeah, I mean, I've been playing recently a lot of Microsoft Flight Sim, and like, that thing is so bloody unstable at times. And it's like, it will just crash at the most random moments of time. And it's like, for fuck's sakes. Especially fun because I have to restart VR before I can restart the game. So for me, the entire experience turns into like 10 minutes of restarts. 2 times the day before. Don't tell me I have an Intel Core processor. Well, I mean, I'm joking, but like, those stupid modern Intel Core processors. Although they usually BSOD also the entire system if it oh god. We were accidentally swapping tires. We're accidentally doing a pit stop. I drove into the pit box, yeah. Well, enough that it triggered it. Yeah, we need to get into the Discord for driver briefing. And also, we need to increase the tire pressures. We're nearly a full PSI here.
Mandatory stop is now clear. Come on, go.
Where's the briefing?
Line, show them what you got.
We'll back up to the other one, shall I?
You might want to hear this.
Alright. Right, I'm just about to go live the stream. Just so you know, guys, that this stream, when you're watching the commentary back, there is Jack Daniels going to be involved in this, so the stream starts to get messy at some point. You know why.
Here we go again.
Driving over Christmas.
Alright, boys, I'm just going to...
Total age restriction on the stream and
Alright, hopefully that's the right one. Yes, it is. Right, driver briefing. Is everybody in here?
Mayhaps.
It would seem so, for the most part. Right, what everybody's confused about with the Super Pole for the qualifying, you get 1 lap to set a lap. Your lap counts as soon as you go onto the Nordschleife section, i.e. you turn left to go onto the Nord section. Now, you can set your lap up as many times as you want, i.e. you can go around the Nürburgring, the GP section, and yes, you can cut into the right to start your lap. You don't have to do a full lap of the Nords to then do another lap. You cut in like normal. There was suggestions that people get released on championship order with the fast guys going last. It's a great suggestion, however, more than likely the fast guys are going to get caught up in traffic during the lap. So to penalise those, you know, I want it to be fair for everyone across the board. Chances are, some of you are going to get traffic, some of you are going to come across accidents. It's going to be a compromised lap. It is a super pole. So a lot of luck goes into this, and I imagine those that finish their lap, even if it's not a fast one, are still going to be at the front of it. However, with it being a 90-minute race, it is not all lost with strategy to play for. You can come from the back and win this in 90 minutes with doing the right strategy. Anyway, what is confusing about Super Bowl for everybody? What are some questions from the drivers that maybe need answering now in regards to this Super Bowl one lap only? Please let me know and I can answer the questions. Okay, right, so Super Bowl, you get the one lap and we're counting it as you go around the GP section and you turn left to go on the Nords. That's your one lap. There's no resetting to pits. There's no anything. That is just your one lap. However, you can set it up as many times as you want. If it was me personally, I'd probably try and warm the tyres up. So I'd probably go around the GP section like twice just to make sure the tyres are under. But you run the risk of coming into traffic. I do want to stress for all the drivers not to block the entrance to the Nord section. So if you're waiting in a queue to start your lap and pull onto the GP section, do not block the left-hand lane that goes into the Nords. You all know what I mean? Where you turn left to go
Let
into the
me just
Nordschleife.
mute myself so I can actually talk.
Leave it, you know, leave space so people can get onto it. With that said,
but yeah, the
qualifying is normal, guys. It's going to be
broadcaster who's also doing the briefing mentioned that there's going to be Jack Daniels on the official broadcast involved.
Lap, I'm pretty sure you're going to find yourself.
Maybe he's got to get a bit drunk here.
It's a 90-minute race. You cannot do an hour with on zero on a full tank. You will need to obviously come in and pit. That's up to you. It's same rules as before. You can pit to get your tyres, and that wipes out your mandatory. It's done. So if there's any questions, please let me know. Other than that, good luck with your super lap pole. One lap, and even if you crash on that lap, please just return to the pit lane and sit there and until the end of it. It's going to screw some of you guys over. I understand this, but it's also going to add a little bit of an element of adrenaline and getting it right the first time. So with that said, let's crack on with the stream. Let's get into it. If everybody's in the pit lane, if I can have an admin forward the session to qualifying, please leave a gap on the Nord section, and good luck to each and every one of you.
One question. I have a question, guys.
Yep.
Do we have a pit window?
A pit window? No. You can pit when you need to pit. So, like I said, if you qualify at the back of the grid, it's not all lost. You could pit in on the second lap, come out of the traffic, and you know, I don't know whether about pitting the first lap, whether you'd be able to make 90 minutes on a full tank. It's you know, it's really a strategy game up until here, but yeah. I should have said.
Fair enough. Thank you so much.
Right. Yeah. Any other questions?
Yes. One question. You said that to warm up your tires to go one extra round to the GP track, but the qualifying session is only 11 minutes.
Yeah, I'm just having a word off Justin now. I should have said it's 7 or 8 minutes after the timer is. Good luck, guys. So there's going to be enough time after the session if you're on your lap to finish it. You know.
Okay, of course. In the track, there were 8 minutes of ending time.
Yeah, the only thing with setting that lap up is you're going to find people still trying to get their lap in, you know, and set their lap. So you could be compromised that second time around. It's just a game of cards and a game of luck, guys. So I can only everybody's in the same boat. It's not a dig at anybody in this race. Everybody's going to be having the same thing. So good luck to each and every one of you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Right.
Thank you.
Okay, guys.
Ciao. Good luck.
So
Good luck.
everyone must go on the GP track and cut the last corner.
Yes.
Yeah. Right. Okay. So, but yeah, I don't know if I've tried Jack Daniels before. I don't think so, because it's not particularly the cheapest alcohol to exist. So, and you know, I'm decently enough a cheapskate and also don't drink that much alcohol. But yeah, that was mentioned. But as said earlier, Mentrix, I think if you have one of the more newer Intel CPUs, you might hopefully be aware of the issues those have with that they, well, self-destruct effectively. And then start causing random errors and all of that nonsense that Intel ran into. Let's hope you are on an older CPU that doesn't affect this. But yeah, those CPUs have the tendency then to like cause random errors in software and crash software that really shouldn't be crashing because they don't execute correctly anymore. Alright, we will let the traffic go for a bit here. Weather, oh god, the weather has flipped completely here. Fun! Because I had trimmed my tire pressures in for this like 18 degrees Celsius weather roughly. And now the weather is 24 Celsius with 30 track. Fun! Yeah, Sunday 3 PM. Practice was Saturday 7 PM. And free practice 2 was there at 6 AM start, but the thing was, it said time acceleration to 20x, so that session was constantly just teleporting the sky. Usually time runs relatively smoothly in ACC, but like, yeah, if you run a lot of time acceleration, it starts teleporting. ACC's content manager does a lot better with that. You can have like 1 second day-night cycles and it still just runs smoothly. It looks ridiculous, but like it runs well. But yeah, I mean, I guess we can test with the GP loop what we need for tire pressures. But yeah, we're gonna guess going down by a full PSI here. Although the Nordschleife has so many straightaways, you basically super cool your tires at times. And GP loop isn't quite the same. Let's do some laps, shall we? Let's do some GP loop laps. So let's pull the relative up because that's the main thing we need right now. Relative positioning. Alright, I'm rolling out here with 35 liters of fuel. Plenty enough. But I didn't get a fuel number from practice, so not good. Don't quite have a clue how much fuel I actually need. But then again, the Porsche burn, those 20 liters I usually use for qualifying is enough for 10-15 minutes on most tracks. Like 10 to 12 minutes usually, somewhere in that ballpark. So 35 liters is a decent benchmark. I run a bit of clear air here, but we obviously have to then do at least, you know, complete at least one warm-up lap. Yeah, I think I've overshot again on the tire pressures the other direction. I don't think I need to lower them this much. Would be nice to test up to like Fuchsröhre. That gives you a relatively decent idea. Jesus! Car decided to not stick. That's pretty sure. Clearly that's what the car decided there. There's Blair in front of me again. Yeah, you don't have to let me by, I'm on Valve Lab, but like, could you drive a bit faster than like snail's pace? It's like, yes, I'm not the Valve Lab, but Jesus Christ, I would like to drive with a bit more speed than this, right? Thing is, I do have to start getting on a lap if I want to. Yeah, we will return to garage, fit new tires on. And increase the tire pressures. Because I don't think they will be enough. So 0.5 up again. Okay, 0.4. Let's go 0.4. Right. Let's carry 30 liters is enough, I think. Even for doing 2 hour laps. How much time do I have left? 4 minutes. Right, we have to complete our out lap, and then we have to complete. Well, this is gonna get tight at this rate. We might have to go on the first fly already. Man, the car's oh, on the steering right now heavily. We do have relatively clear air around us. Which have slightly come up. It's gonna help me more than anything. My tire pressure's likely. For the fact the track is optimum, it does not seem to have much grip at all. So 3 minutes on the clock right now. Yeah, we should have enough time to do 2 out laps. So you do lose quite a bit of time from just having the shortcut start. Ooh, that's an overshoot and a half. But that's still valid. Oh, it's wanting to push so hard over the front axle right now. I don't get it. Like we're suffering heavy understeer and lockups. Tire pressures are still on the low side. I have to go with them. Jesus, how much understeer I'm experiencing. 1 minute 20 remaining. We could shortcut. But then again, I'm vaguely matching my all-time best right now. So we will commit. Oh fuck, fuck, Jesus. Luckily we didn't get invalidated from that contact. Well yeah, that cost a lot of time. The car's for some reason really skipping over every single bump. Really badly. I don't get it. Time. Brakes, come on! What the fuck? Why do I have still front locking? Why do I still get front locking? The fuck is happening? ABS one click down. ABS must be half well functioning there. What the fuck is going on? Fuck, come on, no, What in the actual fuck is going on? The car either fucking understeers like crazy over every single bump it can find, or it oversteers like the motherfucker. Seriously, what the fuck is going on? Holy heavens. Yep, again, just straight on. As soon as I touch the brake pedal, it just goes straight on. For some reason. Huh? Come on. I'm massively down to my all-time best. And if that also slowed down in practice. Hello, car, would you stop trying to murder me? Please. It's not much I'm asking for, just not murder death constantly. Just occasionally give me grip and occasionally don't murder me. My tire pressures are even high at this point. Oh, that was such a terrible run for the corner. But we are gaining on my all-time best, somehow. Sure. Make it make sense. It's not gonna be the greatest lap here at all. Just need to salvage it. It's just I have no confidence right now into the car. Because just a random bump and that's basically game over. With how much it wants to skip over them. That's a decent run through there. Please don't die! Yeah, I slowed down there a lot because I just didn't take the chance of getting launched by a bad landing there. I think what isn't helping is that this car seems to be bottoming out constantly, and this is, I think, my problem. The thing is, this is, however, the setup as far as I know that I used for V-Track. I'm nearly 1.5 seconds off the pace myself. Oh, it's somehow faster. It's really weird where I'm getting a lot of time here. But yeah, I'm the last one, I think, on a lap right now. Besides the Mustang in front of me. Had slipstream in my V-Track. Probably because... Let's see where this ejects me here. What is it gonna be? 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Second! The fuck? Okay, I mean, we're 5 seconds off the pace of the Mustang, but like, sure. That guy is just completely different, but like, he's just built different. But then I got second out of that lap is also very lucky because I got it by like the skin of my teeth here. I mean, there's like 3 cars within a tenth basically of each other. My first sector was better than them. My middle sector was really bad in comparison to theirs. And then the last sector was faster than theirs. The middle sector really was bad. And as far as I know, the middle sector starts after entering Foxhole. I don't know where it roughly ends. I think roughly then out of Carousel, which does make sense. This is where I had like the massive moments. Like in Adenauer Forst, where I completely lost the car, basically. Where the car wanted to wear me. Right, we were so overshooting on pressures at times. Temperatures are roughly the same as qualifying, so that gives us a bit of ability to adjust. Front tires were roughly fine with pressures. The rears were kind of getting high. So, let's lower the pressures. I want to maybe tweak the ride height to maybe see if we can convince the car to not bump constantly over every... eject itself basically over every single bump it can find in the road. Because that's what it's doing right now. It's basically killing me over every single bump here on the road. Holy heavens, how much the aero balance changes if I move the front end by 2 millimeters up. Like... it massively shifts rearwards. It's not even funny. It's like, what in the actual fuck is this? And you don't get that much out of the rear. How do I again do the steering setup? Higher values, I think, are less direct steering, if I remember correctly. So. has maximum stiffness on the fast bump. Let's take that actually out. Yes, I'm changing my setup with like 30 seconds to go before the race. Quite substantially, in fact. Apply pressures. We're gonna need some fuel on the pit stop. Gonna start on, let's take 100. This is what I want. Yeah, we'll stick with the rest. Okay, there is a pit window, so apparently I didn't configure it correctly. And forgot the pit window, which means it's probably about 50 minutes long. Validate running.
Go in double file.
We don't need headlights. I mean, the Mustang will probably get the jump on me again. Because, well, Mustang has a pretty good acceleration. Coming around the front corner here. I think my VR overlay is gonna cover up the... No, I can still see it, just about.
Green light, go, go, go.
Yeah, we have him in the first stage here, but like he's gonna come back, I think. Well, no, the Nissan is gonna come at us before anything else.
Clear on the left. Car on the left. Clear on the left.
He just cleared off the cones, so we don't have to deal with it anymore for the rest of the race. He has also turned his headlights off. Yeah, I mean, 5 seconds, you're gonna see him just pull. Especially if he's gone for a slightly lighter fuel load. And I'm carrying practically full fuel for some additional strategic options. Burn required. Let's see how the car will handle here now. I think the setup handles maybe better with a full fuel load in than on low fuel. Oh fuck, fucking hell, Jesus, that's not good. To lift hard there to avoid dying instantaneously. Okay, that was a bit better slowed down, although I think there was a slight bit of lockup there as well. Yeah, that's the end of Sector 1, and Saphire did, however, close up half a second nearly there from that corner alone. Okay, they did configure the pit window to last a bit longer. But it's perfectly valid. It doesn't limit really strategic options. How many minutes did they give it then? 85? 84, something like that. Come on, turn. I think the Ferrari might have the edge on me, but he occasionally falls back again. It wouldn't be particularly surprising if he passes me on the long straightaway this lap already. He's closing in up the hill here on me. The Mustang's disappearing. That's yeah, he carried even more speed through mood cover than me. Everywhere he's just slowly eking towards me. This is the Nordschleife, and he's not like that much faster than me that he can pass anywhere. Well, he missed that apex. Yeah, the suspension feels a lot better, I will say. Much more predictable. Either it was genuinely the fuel load or a heavier car that was needed, or the... strange, and also the fast bump adjustment. Okay, that's still not great. Still need to brake before that to make sure that we don't get launched into space. Ferrari lost a bunch of time, so we should be now clear for Oettinger. Mustang has made up 3.5 seconds this lap. Although he's not done yet, he will probably be at 4.5 by the end of this. Jesus, car, please. It's not like it can't murder you because of this. Right, 1.2 seconds behind. Mustang is 4 now in front. I'd hoped we would enter the straight with a bit less. When I said, like, oh yeah, he's gonna get 4.5. Yeah, and the Ferrari without much slipstream is still getting like half a second on me. 410s already. And he's like over a second back when he started drafting. So he's not getting much there. $20 for opening lap. Nearly overshot there on the brakes. Not the best S section I've ever driven there. Jones was back in P5. I didn't check where he actually qualified. Didn't pay attention. I was too shocked for my second place. He made up so much ground in that one corner. Left hand just closed up like 3/10. Just from the extra grip he just seems to have on tap that I don't have. I love how the universe works like that. When my opponents seem to just have supernatural levels of grip for their cars. And mine are very much on the ragged edge already. Actually, the Mustang lost a bit of ground there. Oh, whatever. Not like it's gonna matter. Outside of him doing a full wipeout, he's not gonna lose this race. And even then, like, he needs to have a proper wipeout. Spin at this stage would obviously cost him positions. But in the long run, it's getting dark here. My car doesn't like to rotate into this corner when I press the brakes. Hello, can I please clear off these corners? Oh, the Ferrari has decided it wanted to glue itself to me. Also, we have somebody who has started out of the pits, towed mid first lap, and has now emerged into the middle of traffic, which is really nice. Other one, it's impressive to be lapped in a GT3 on lap 2 of a Nordschleife race. As I said, probably towed in the middle of the first lap, and that's why. He was released right in our path.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
I don't like how close he is because he's probably gonna try something up the hill. Yeah, Because he has more straight line speed. Let me... He got too much mount there on the curb. That might have just been it for me to survive, maybe. Maybe it's gonna be tight. Guess he can obviously now suck himself up. Bad exit there for me, but he was slowed down a lot in the middle of the carousel for some reason. Oh fuck. I get a breather and then my car's like, here, we're gonna do some dying again. And I'm like, no, not yet. Way better run through there this time than last time. I'd like this because he's really close now for the DerGeneralFluff. And I know my Porsche. Oh, you can flash me all you fucking want to. Not shaking him, he's gonna get a... he will just get a free pass now. That's basically it. Although, nah, he lost a bunch of ground there. We'll do just some weaving here, because I'm not gonna give you a fucking free pass here. He's still gonna come at me like a rocket. I at top speed now.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Oh, why? Why did I have to have oversteer there? Come on, piece of shit. Come on, draft. Draft. Draft, for fuck's sake, suck already.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Nope, that was a perfectly fair move. Perfectly fair. You can complain all you want, I'm entitled to my position here. I'm entitled to defend it. Only because you picked the Ferrari that has way more straight line speed automatically than me, and I have nothing I can defend with. It's not entitling you to the position, and if I didn't have this weird bump on the exit of Horn round, you would have been killed already. Like, I would have had easily you into turn 1. And you could have defended a bit more. You slightly defended there, but like left so much room that even I went for a move there still. I'm gonna try the outside. feel like my car's getting tail happy in some ways, but also getting more understeery than others. Fun! Well, I see, oh, Bentley driver's gone. Come on, car. Although he could be a bit pissed about me weaving, but it's like, yeah, I'm not gonna just hand you the position. By the time he got close, I stopped weaving and just held my line. Didn't do anything funny. Brakes. Thank you. And yeah, he can just slow down for this corner so much better than my car. Do you not know why? It just does that. My car is not able to slow down quite as well as this. And here my car's just four-wheel sliding the entire time. It's like somebody put an oil slick out. Gosh, how can I forget the name of our friendly Bentley driver? Daz! How could I forget? But yeah, he's no longer behind us for some reason. Not direct, at least. He pit already. Was there an incident? Only he knows. Or at least not right now, I don't. Brakes. Hello. It's the fun part with this car. You sometimes drive into a corner and you just get locked brakes all of a sudden. Because of course you do. That makes perfectly sense. With brake wires, with the ABS, nah. That will also malfunction. And then not apply any brakes or even cause them to lock up. And yeah, this stupid Ferrari somehow super glued itself to my back. I just cannot shake him. It's really fun when he has a lot straight line speed advantage on me. Mustang is chilling up front. He's only 11 seconds up the road considering the pace advantage he has technically. Oh, you can flash all you want, I didn't do anything wrong. Not moving. Oh, he's losing his cool here. I think he's trying to go for the Mustang and just didn't have a good quali run. And is pissed now that I'm sitting here and being like, yeah, I want to have a second place. Why not, shall I? Why not should I have one? He views me as somebody who's a nobody who has never been up front this entire season, which is true. I've not been to the top here. Been at most poking into the top 5. can't run this corner correctly. Keep driving it wrong. And yeah, he's 6/10 back. That's still too close to be safe from an attack. Oh, he had a mistake there. We now need to nail the next 3 corners. Okay, didn't nail it. Come on, car, please don't die on me now. .2 seconds, yep, we're safe. He fucked up when he needed to be the best, and he didn't deliver. He's still gonna gain half a second on me. There's quite literally nothing I can do about that. As the Ferrari having more straight line speed than me. Probably running less wing, but I run full tilt wing here. Just to maybe stabilize the shitbox. I only in the end gained 2/10 in the entire straightaway. 18.3. Not particularly great. Even in full fuel configuration for a full endurance race, that wouldn't be not great. 4 laps of fuel remaining. Well, just over an hour of time. Much as he's expecting in fuel, 52 liters right now. Needs to get to the end. Hello, brakes! Brakes, please, for fuck's sakes. Jesus. I'm gonna brake check here at some point for all the flashing. Because, you know, I can play really nasty stuff. Thing is, I'm pretty sure you are the better option than the Nissan behind you. Because if the Nissan is a second behind me on the long straightaway, I'm pretty sure I will lose the position. There's no questions about that. That's more like an answer. It's because I have a moment or two where you make regular mistakes yourself. I don't mean anything. And you're driving a significantly easier to drive car that doesn't just randomly eject you occasionally. Is he gonna grab to the flasher? not yet. That was my engine map getting adjusted. And yeah, I'm on my personal best here. By... And he's just hassling me around the circuit. But I'm nowhere near my all-time best. Or even my qualifying lap. Oh, got a bump there. But he ate a bunch of curb there. So that balanced itself out. I think the leader took my sentence of, well, he's not lapping that fast as a personal insult and gapped us by like 5 seconds. You might be seeing sunset soon here. Something was adjusted again on my wheel without my input. Yep, it was again the engine map. I don't know what Moza does that this happens. And another activation. Jesus! Another fucking... Okay, I've never had this many activations. Erroneous ones. Okay, we're full power. You know, the 8 is not like that easy to read. With my dash. But like, it just spammed down constantly. For a few seconds. Oh, he is a lot closer than last time. Part helped by my issues here that took my focus off the road. And he had a really good exit off the kleine carousel. Probably gonna get me this time around. Let's see. Oh god, I had to lift it. I'm running wide. Let's see. How are you gonna get me early and I can get you back on the slipstream repass?
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
I'm fixing those what already. But yeah, this is the bullshit here with Ferrari. He's just has still more straight line speed than me. Still got Squealy there on the exit. Come on, draft. Sure, he's gonna cover it this time. Not again.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
My guy, you had this time all the opportunity. And still didn't do it. Come on. You're asking for me for repasses. And will the Nordschleife Madness end? You can still read the time at the top right if my overlay hasn't completely balked itself. And yeah, we have another 55 minutes to go. We're only a third into the race and we're fighting. We have still an entire pit stop to do. Jesus Christ, dudes. Yeah, the grip hacks are really fun to drive against because he has so much more grip through that specific corner than me. I cannot attack it that much. It will just eject me in like 15 different ways. Like either therefore oversteer, understeer, or both. Did he touch me, or was that me just eating too much crap? Hello, brakes? What the fuck was that? What the fuck were my brakes doing there? They just decided like, yeah, we're not turning up for this corner. Although he will probably at this rate eat me on this on the run up to Schwedenkreuz. Oh no, no, he's dropping back a bit. I don't have a gap to him. Because he was leading across the line, so I don't have an accurate gap. Sorry, I'm a tad busy here. Can't read stuff while I'm fighting a Ferrari with way more straight line speed than me. Objects in the mirror may appear further away than they actually are. Objects in my fucking mirrors! Sure, fam, we'll go. Okay, the oil slick in Adenauer is still down. Because yeah, Adenauer for some reason is super slippery. Old stock for Quest 3s. Very interesting. Should prepare for the pit stop because we are. Both of us are probably gonna pit sooner or later. Was a bit much rotation there. Piff puff. Oh, brakes, thank you. Why did you move the brake pads, It's because otherwise I die. Like seriously, some corners this thing will just kill you if you have the wrong values. Saturn. Huh. I mean, isn't aren't the advertising these days Saturn and MediaMarkt both are having effectively the same catalog, the same website. It's just they have for some reason both brands still. But they are now advertising like, hey, at Saturn and MediaMarkt. Or in your Saturn/MediaMarkt. It's like this is the entire advertisement these days, actually. That you can get it from both. yes, these R2 now are treated by the company as effectively the same. He has so much more speed for mood curve than me. Oh, Jesus. So he's still coming back towards me. Hello, Cal. Please don't murder me. And just go up the mountain here again. There's a couple people stuck in the train behind me. So I'm definitely not particularly safe here. That was an accident, but I wouldn't want to shift down. Hello, brakes, please slow my car down. Genuinely, the brakes in this car sometimes. What was that? Sure. Just turn into the corner and the front end just goes no and just understeers. I have no clue how I'm supposed to take that jump. Fun's got 9s. It just does not want to correctly run. Come on, turn. We have to take that curb now because it's just understeering so much. Jesus, my lines are getting deteriorating in real time. This thing is just falling apart at this point. I mean, in part because the car is falling apart. He might be under threat from the Nissan lines. There's something good. Thing is, I cannot compensate for when he pits. Right. So how much fuel is it right now predicting? 51 liters. So, but we need a full lap of extra fuel in case. So yeah, pack some extra 67 liters. We'll obviously continuing for now. Brakes? What the fuck? What the fuck are these brakes sometimes? Yeah, the Nissan got by. Okay, they're all coming in. Not good for me. Not good for me at all. Especially because I clocked just like a astronomically slow lap time. Even on the outlap, they're gonna be faster than me then. Yeah, we might just lose 5 or so positions. Because the brakes are completely falling apart. And the tires. Yeah, we might have some slow punctures on the front. I don't know. Tire pressures are a bit low. Brakes, please, slow the car down. Should have looked at the time remaining, it would have been obvious that everybody fits. I think the Ferrari got a strut penalty from pit speeding. Brakes, brakes, what the fuck, car? Jesus. And I tell you, it was worse in qualifying than this. This is harmless in comparison to what I had to deal with at Qualy. And I still put the car into second place. That was more luck than anything. Breitscheid 67 seconds back. And the Aston. Ooh, don't like that. Hello, phone. What do you like now to complain about? Lucas, stay focused, stay on target. Need to at least match my best time.
You're halfway through, not over yet.
What the hell is happening on my phone right now? Come on. Like, who's blowing my phone up in the middle of the night? Jesus. Was trying to check the tire pressures averages. Not a great idea to do that on a straight one. To run up to mood curve. Better things you can do. For sure. Would need to bump the pressures a bit. Yeah, temperatures have gone down massively here. I'll do that on the testing here. Come on, turn, piece of shit. Probably also part of the reason why the car is so kind of all over the place. Low tire pressures. Come on. Come on. Hello, car. Please make the apex. Definitely not clocking me. Particularly great in that, but like not a terrible one either. I think our Belshot has gained at least 2 seconds here, so Belshot will likely jump me for the pit cycle here. Right, tire pressures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go 5 up even. No tire. No tires, just fuel. We'll take tires up. What the hell am I saying? It's like I'm obviously taking tires. Got slowed down a bit early, but it's better than late. Right, now it's a race. A race to the pit exit. Yeah, that's the race leader. So we'll briefly overtake him here. In pit box. Come on. I did say briefly. Bish had 30 seconds out. With another 15 seconds to go. Okay, we have somebody coming in also behind me in the pit lane. Come on. So Bish had 10 seconds. 8. 5. Day's coming. He's probably gonna get me. Damn it, we lost second place. Not by much, but by a bit. Oh, Jesus Christ, how sideways he's driving. Oh no, his internet shit. Never mind. I mean, both could be true, but like, who goddamn knows? Also, it's Daz now behind me. 11 seconds. But yeah, probably not gonna put a dent into a fucking Aston Martin. Especially when he's busy teleporting all over the place. Having fought the Ferrari early on the race, I don't think this is maintenance. I think this is just him. Well, it's probably also quality German internet connection. But yeah, just like half a second or so, that would have been it. Half a second short. And then I would have had to defend it against an Aston. My arch nemesis car. Can't stand those fucks. Not the drivers necessarily, but like the car I can't stand. Because it's terrible to fight as a Porsche driver. Oh yeah, the engine map is readjusting itself automatically. Or not? What did it this time around adjust? Oh, the ABS got lowered to 1. Brilliant. Moza, why? Why does this happen on your rim? This could trigger false positive activations. Yeah, he's just escaping in front of me. Nothing I can do. Just nothing. It's frustrating. Just nothing. Defended second place for like tears, sweat, and a lot of sweat. But somehow he just got it gifted to him. Because, you know, the others decided to delete themselves. They didn't even have to fight me for it. I guess we can be happy that we get at least one podium finish in this championship. Like, we can win no race because the Mustang is just way too fast. But Daz is not closing in on us at all. Oh, he's off the... Yeah, he dropped out of... Great, he just missed the carousel, but, you know, I'm not fast enough to have kept up with him. So it didn't matter, it didn't make a difference here. He can just get away with mistakes like that. Because I'm too far back to punish them. Make the epic style. So I just switched headlights on because it's getting dark. I mean, he has also his headlights on, so... He's 7/10 ahead of me, now I'll just watch him turn that in 1/2. Jesus Christ! He's clipping the grass here. Top of Galenkov. Like, utterly at the rugged edge. It's completely unnecessary. Just completely. Like, you're not catching the leader, and you're running away anyway from me, even in the tiny amount of slipstream I get back here. We started 7/10 back. The start of the straight, we are now at 1 second. We'll obviously continue to expand as we go down the hill here. I mean, I was exaggerating with 1.5 seconds, but like he got like 4/10 or so out of me. And even another 10 for the braking zone. Because physics. Yeah, he clocked it at 15.8. That's about as faster than I went in qualifying. It's about comparable to my all-time best. Considering he made even a massive mistake in that lap. Right, he dropped out of the carousel and that cost him like a full second. And I'm still vaguely keeping up with him. No wonder he was able to come back and attack me. Get my position away through the pit cycle. Lap times like that. I'm sure he's not gonna make another mistake here. But yeah, Daz is what, 13 seconds back. He's not really running me down here. And he had a really good time in practice. Not sure if he's occasionally oversteering out of the corners or if it's lag. Both aren't great. Yeah, right, the leaderboard has me right now. Still listed in 4th because P2 that had pitted this lap is going to take a while till he gets scored backwards. Pretty decent slowdown for my car. For once the brakes actually did their job. Tire pressures are still wonky. So at least. Front left definitely on the low side. Okay, there's a slight lockup, not good. I find it a bit strange that he's not trying to pull himself slightly more together to get a bit more gap. Well, that is him trying to get a bit more gap. I'm not pulling 100%. He does occasionally run some Way too aggressive lines for his position that he's in. When he's kicking up grass and like the last spot that you would need to. He's staying in. He had obviously a way slower run through there. Because he didn't want to drop out of the carousel again. Oh, he ate a lot of curve there again. Twisty section, a really twisty section like Brünnchen and here Brünnchen and Hatzenbach. I seem to be slightly faster than him, but just a smidge. Oh, he's deep. He's deep.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Snatched it. I'm sorry, but look. Now we have to go to the defensive, and this is gonna be not so fun. Because, we'll get the kitten gloves off and just go for me now. I'm sure. He will have something to prove now. And we'll have a race to finish. What's the gap now? About a second. It's gotta be fun now. Watch him come up to me here. Because it's Aston versus Porsche. And yes, I'm weaving at a 1 second gap because I don't want to be passed on this straight away, okay? Now we will stop and let him just close up for the rest. It's currently calculating 16 liters extra fuel. And 1 lap extra and about 2 liters. Hello, brakes. Don't murder me, please. Oh yeah, half a second gain for him there out of that straight away. From 1 second back. Yeah, I clocked a 15.5 there. Brakes. Good, we could slow down. I was briefly doubting them. Yeah, the fight's for sure on now. Porsche versus Aston. It's stacked very much against me here. Understeer. He's dropping back. Maybe his tires are just dead. Would be surprising to see an Aston have bad tire wear. That would explain his erratic performance. That's not quite the ideal line, I must say. 1.1 seconds. And another long section here of straightaways. He can stretch his legs. 20 minutes still to go. He got another half a second just from that one straightaway. This is why I say it's bullshit if you drive any advising me Aston, because you get just lap time for free basically everywhere when there's anything resembling a straightaway. And there's not much I can do to fight back in those situations. Good corner there. Got a good X-Mühle. Got a bit of breathing room, but again, he's gonna evaporate half a second, I'm sure, on the straightaway again. Have to fight for every 10 by, and he just gets it handed back to him for free. And we have to survive this play another 3 laps or so after this one. He's pushing it all the way there. Faster carousel again than him. Still probably shaken from when he dropped it out of the carousel. The ideal run for you. Definitely good enough. Let's see, can we gap him a bit for this section here? .2 seconds, but we can probably predict that he will evaporate again some of the time before we even DerGeneralFluff, and we need every single time we can get on the DerGeneralFluff. He for sure has some cornering left in his car. Although he was slower through that corner bit. Oh no, he wasn't. Or was he? I think he's lagging a bit again. Holy shit, how much he's coming in here right now. Half a second. He's a full second back at the start of the straight, and he's just gaining and gaining and gaining. Like, what is this bullshit? A full second! That was the gap before we started the straight. And he evaporated 0.8 of a second. I don't have any damage. None. 0. And we are on the engine map in the maximum engine map. So what in the actual loving fuck is going on here? Like, that's a bit sus how much he gained that lap on me. Tires? Oh, but they turned into fucking ice. We're ice skating again on our tires. Brilliant. This is right when he's in vaguely in striking distance. Very fun. And we have at least 2 or 3 more laps to go. Honestly, only 2, which is good. Only 2 laps to go, but like still 2 laps to go. With a Aston Martin that seems to just have way too much straight line speed. Like, just completely broken. We had a really bad run for Hudson-Bach. Lost a bunch of time there. You need to get the best out of that. Come on, car, please. I'll run off the circuit now. Still, Jesus Christ, he eradicated after that 6/10 again almost straight away. Why do I have a feeling he's genuinely cheating at this rate? Sucks that I don't have my logging still yet to develop that tool. And he would be very easily caught. He drove into the wall there briefly. What the actual fuck is going on here? I feel like he might be genuinely completely overdriving it, but like, if he's cheating genuinely, then that doesn't matter too much because he can just run me down even hard on the straights. And that's like a real risk here. Pretty big one at that. Not the leader, that's for sure. It's not the guy behind me either. But this is the bug on the Nordschleife. The yellow flags get displayed way too early on your HUD and in the car, but the track marshals are reliable. They do work correctly. I do think it's a car that's about 2 minutes nearly ahead of us that is tripping this. Must have had like an accident on the exit of Galgenkopf or even Kleine Karussell. And that's caused the yellow, and then... No, that's the race leader! Because the race leader is only 22 seconds now ahead of us. What did I say about the leader being able to easily get away with a spin? Yeah, that's that. Although, no, he's bleeding a lot of time. He's actually bleeding time here. 16 seconds. Yeah, the gap is going down fast. This might now pivot completely. Holy hell, what happened? Yeah, gap is coming down, 9 seconds. That car's toast. That car is genuinely toast. Something massive must have happened. That must have been, Flensgarten 1. The first jump in Flensgarten. Oh god, he's off the track there. I can't really afford to slow down much. Because the guy behind me for sure as hell will not slow down either. But yeah, we're leading! Now that's a development and a half. 5 minutes 50 remaining, 1 lap to go. What in the actual fuck has happened in this race? What a bizarre race. Right, 3.5 seconds right now to Bilshite. We just need to keep it at about 2 seconds till entering dirting, or even 1 second is technically enough. 1 second is a bit tight from the draft. Just need to finish the lap. And keep in mind that the tires are starting to die here. Last lap was already like 2 seconds off our own pace. Bilshite does have at least 1 lap older tires than me. Yeah, what in the actual hell happened to the leader? It wasn't for me believable for a moment that it was the leader. So I saw the gap at about 22 seconds and I was like, no, that's not right. And then I thought like, oh, he's just probably had a single wipeout and then is now continuing. No, that car's totaled. Even so badly that he can't, you know, limp it. Okay, there's 13 seconds ahead of the back marker. Oh, that's actually the Ferrari we were fighting earlier in the race. Oh, unfortunate. Well, I'm on the final lap now. Oh yeah, the Ferrari has another stop go 30. So, he's not had fun with the pit lane, I'm pretty sure. And my navigation back. The navigation begs me to update its apps. He's slightly closed in. Awesome and updates every week. Awesome on. Yeah. What is it? There's, I think, OpenStreetMap based navigation. Magic Earth. It's one that allows you to well, it's mainly made for hiking, and it's kind of better than pedestrian navigation. I don't know what its name is. Oh, I think it is navigation, probably. I don't know. Has like a green icon. Yeah, that one. Whenever I open it, there's like 8 notifications of like, hey, do you want to update the maps? No. Oh, mostly offline maps, yeah. I don't think either of these. I don't think that's the name of it. The icon vaguely resembles the Google Maps pin icon. But just in green and a few other things attached to it. Organic maps, maybe? Yeah, not too sure. Okay, hello cartoon, please. The beautiful sunset here. I do prefer though driving in sunrise on the Nordschleife. 5 AM in-game time. It's kind of beautiful. You seem to be right with organic map, I guess. Yeah, that one, it doesn't notify you that there's new maps available. Well, I might have turned it off. But like whenever you open it, it's just like, hey, do you want to update like the 7 or so titles that you've downloaded? It's like, And then you're like, oh yeah, I want to figure out some routing to some remote place that I'm not caring too much about. And it's like, no. It's like, do you want like download 15 different other maps? It's like, no, not too much. I'm mainly trying to figure this out as a joke. Time to droidify. Hello, camera, please. One more time. You're not finished in front of me, you dude. You have still a lap to go, my guy. Can I switch my... Wrong button. Sausage fingers. Oh yeah, nice drive from you also, Daz. Well managed. Just about cleared me there. Alright, I will do it in lap. F-Droid with material, okay. I'll just use F-Droid. I mean, it comes, F-Droid comes with on my phone pre-installed. Because it's IOD OS, so it doesn't need permissions for installing apps. It has that already because it's one of the 2 app stores installed. Aurora being the other one. The funny shenanigan is that occasionally it updates apps and an app, and then Aurora updates the app next time around. If it's dealing with an app that is available on both. So yeah, that's very new. Piece of shit. Oh, on the Quest 2 and 3. Well, that's nice. That's quite a bit of functionality to this Android headset. But yeah, I do be using iOS for my Fairphone, which does allow me to actually run Android, what was it? Android 15 I have actually on the phone already. The funniest thing is I was running Android 14 already on my phone. And I got an email from Fairphone like, hey, we have now a build for Android 14, and it's like, and then like a week later or so, probably less, they emailed me again. It's like, oops, we accidentally sent an email out that Android 14 was available. That's wrong. That's only available for Fairphone 5 so far. Fairphone 4 will be later. So yeah. And I'm like, I'm already running it because I'm running a different ROM. But yeah, thanks, Daz. You must have had also like one of the races of all time. I don't know where you qualified. I don't have obviously the full replay here. Let's briefly check the timetable. Yeah, you qualified 7th. Well, I mean, in the beginning of the race, I wasn't actually that fast. I was mainly just holding my position, and then I was lapping 18s, 19s in the first half of the race. And obviously, I did the pits. It's like, yeah, opening lap in 8:20.6, 8:18.3, 8:18.3, 8:19.2, 8:21.7. 8:28.9 on the in lap, 9:12 on 7 on the out lap, then an 8:15.5, 8:15.9, 8:17.8, and then an 8:19.4. Yeah, EOS is also a thing. They do sell EOS with the Fairphone, but EOS I think still stuck on Android 12 or something. Do you know? But I was running that before I had to send my phone in for repair because of the corrupting the file system by itself issue, and I decided to also switch ROM there. I've been happy since. But yeah, it's like I definitely didn't have too much of the pace, but like I was just able to put myself in a position to fight for the podium here. And when the stars aligned, I was in the right place to win this. Sure, not easy, and I sure put a decent drive in. Oh, we're not leaving here because we're definitely saving the setup, right? Because this setup actually worked in the end. Qualifying was hell. The car was not behaving correctly, but when I N01, so Jesus, that's some rough updates and a half. So, anyway, oh yeah, Violet hasn't finished yet. Violet still has a couple more turns to go. I guess Violet's still on the lead lap. Yeah, I think Violet is still on the lead lap. It's just Germany, yeah. That's what I said with like organic maps. It's just like Hey, I wanted to figure out like some distances between these 2 points. I was like, download 5 different more maps for like 500 megabytes. I was like, no, I don't want to commit into the relationship of having 5 gigabytes of map data to update. That's sort of a lift you do with the Porsche Cup, but probably the car's quite toast. What a driver too. You know, it was a long race, yeah. So yeah, Forney's is classified in 8th here. Penrose in 5th. Emjans and Camps got 11th. Violet got 12th. Kazaksky didn't finish his in-lap, and Foreman didn't finish it either. But Violet was the last finisher, technically. Melis then, and Pisak didn't also didn't finish. He's classified 4 laps down. There's a lot of DNFs here. Really a lot of DNFs. Alright, the replay cut off at the beginning of 3rd lap. That's where it starts. But yeah, there's Belshite just blasting by somebody. And here is me doing my first re-overtake. In Kazakhs. You make 3D models, code, sim race really well. You make your graphics in GIMP and you think of... No, I don't know my way around car setups. Do not tell me that. I don't. Like, I will take knowing free Blender before I say I know how to set up a car. Okay, that's the level of just something I will say. It's like, oh yeah, he left a decently sized gap in there, and I'm just like, I don't mind. Bit of overshoot here, and then I just parked the car on the apex. Yeah, that was not great for him. He would have otherwise, if I hadn't lost the rear end like this to just become stationary, he would have probably been able to cut underneath me. But this way there was just an ass face full of Porsche asses here. Fortunately, it does not have delivery. I know that because I forgot to upload it still. That's the next level problem for me, is like, I have delivery made, I'm just not uploading it. Pain. But where is everybody running at this point? There's Belshite, there's Daz. A bit worse for wear already. Because I think Daz was further up the road before this lap. We only have from the end of lap 2. And yeah, there is...
Green light. Go, go, go.
And there's also just... who is it? Gallery, let's check that out again. Come on. Oh yeah, it'll take a moment to load the track. Another livery, no, this one. I don't have this livery here uploaded to the livery collection, so nobody has the livery for me. Well, besides Daz probably. Well, actually, Daz might not have it either. Because I didn't erase it with pseudo racing, so he doesn't have it either. I think very much nobody has, except if there's some guy who drove also in the Wednesday Very Serious and Amigos, because there it is uploaded. It is the same livery. Yeah, I had this massive oversteer moment that killed already massive amounts of performance there out of that corner. And I skipped past the extra overtake. Yeah, the Brat 6. I really wanted to watch something here, and it is the Belscheid's overtake here. Did he just lift? Or okay, I think if we were seeing earlier that Belscheid has pretty bad internet connection. Yeah. Out of the slipstream here, 277. Yeah, and this is... I am climbing this hill with like 271, so there's a decent amount of issue why he had so much more straight line speed than me. Is this lap already pitted? Nope. We have all cars here lined up. Spanking. Okay. This is what happens. Because they all decided to pit here. At the same time. Nissan kind of violated the pit line here. Oh yeah, he passed the sign here. Because he has the sign. And he's at 72 kilometers an hour. The Nissan, however, I think also got clapped with a penalty. He might have gotten away with that. I don't know what happened after the pit stop then, because he wasn't in the fight anymore. And he's also way hot in. Where's the sign? I think it's still ahead of him. Where's the sign? I can't find it right now. There's yeah, okay, he's over the line already. And he's still decelerating, and he definitely didn't get hit with one. So the Nissan definitely didn't get hit with one either, because... Yeah, stop go 30 for the Ferrari. I know that. I didn't know what the Nissan got hit. And he does also clear the Ferrari here in the pit stop cycle. He jumps him already. And the Nissan is still stationary? Hoi? What happened here? Did he like park and then forget that he had a race to do? Oh wait. He's not off? His car's not off. Or is it? No. Yeah, it's clearly running somewhat. You can hear it, it's still running. He's not in the pit box. Did he forget his pit box? No, it's off now. It's difficult to figure out when he switched the engine off. Because he's on a dash page where we can't see it. Now he's switched off. But yeah, that was 48.4 roughly. And he came to us. That's 30 seconds wasted with a running engine. What are you glad about? Obviously he had to start the engine again. But yeah, he lost 30 seconds because he had the engine running in the pit stop, right? So, Belscheid got lucky in the pit cycle and got the Ferrari already. Okay, that car looks toast. Right, he's coming in this time around for... well, I think he was gonna come in for damage repairs, for pit service, but like... Yeah, he wiped out on the braking on his in-lap. I got unsettled there over that curb. Braking probably also a bit late. Bong. Ouch. And then, because he had a... Oh god. That's an unsafe regen and a half. Does he actually slow down for the pit lane speed limit? Nope, doesn't. Another pit speeding in. And the thing is, I think he forgot to also fix the car then. Not buying AC Evo? Okay, Kexport is getting a console. Release is getting published by... Oh yeah, right, Rennsport, right. Yeah, I saw that on Twitter. Yeah, I don't know if it's like playable actually at this point, or if people even bother with it. Is he getting... I mean, he's pit sped to an extent. He's... Yeah, he forgot to fix the damage. Nah, come on. Yeah, he forgot to fix the damage in the pit stop, because he would have needed to switch the stop-go off. And the thing is, right, with penalties like that, you can switch them off, and because you drive through the pit lane to do a pit service, your number of laps remaining does not decrease. So, if you're coming up to your pit stop, and you also have a penalty, you can just easily switch the penalty off, and then come around next time. Because you get effectively a free lap, because you were doing a regular pit stop. And this is especially important if you have, you know, time restrictions, and stuff like that. If you have stint timers, that you don't violate the stint timer. So you just take care of the stint timer obligation first, and then take care, also if you're out of fuel, that you take care of that obligation first, and then the fuel service second. But then again, this can easily happen also in other games. It's just, R-Factor 2, for example, will still decrement, I think, the lap amount. Well, okay, yeah, he goes onto the Nordschleife. You can just drive around... Here on the replay, it doesn't render the barriers. There are definitely barriers there. You can just skip around them and do a shortcut into the pit lane. Right? This does work. It's kind of dangerous because somebody could be barreling down the pit entry from the Nordschleife and you don't know. But like, yeah, it for sure is better than what he's doing here. Although, you know, actually he might have... Or is he just driving with the damage? Because he didn't pit for it. Is this just replay stuck? Because his hand is stuck in the same position the entire time. I think the damage looks worse than it actually is, because this is holy hell, that's not drivable. If this is... Okay, he did enter the pit lane this time around. I mean, he had another stop go to serve after all. Does he actually fix the car though? I think he does fix the car this time around. Yeah, it's a long pit stop here. Jesus Christ, I'm spamming +5s here and he's still studying, and now he has a fixed car. So considering, I'm pretty sure he got a stop go 30 for entering the second time as well. Oh, where's my... Yeah, he was so slow that he's not getting us. Although he was struggling to put the car into first gear, it still does. Now he has the pit limiter gauge. Does he? Wait a minute. Does he use auto pit limiter? Yeah, I think he's somebody who uses auto because it precisely engaged as he crossed the line there. So he's not somebody who uses manual, which is silly because in these situations you can just switch the pit limiter on early and that solves half your problems. Alright, he does. Oh yeah, we have to look at that as well. It's the penultimate lap here. He's entering the pit lane as well. I think he sped again in the pit lane. Alright, down to speed. On pit limiter. Now what happened next? He disengaged it. I think he shifted up, that's how I disengaged it. Yep, upshift disengagement. Oh, this is like downright painful to watch at this point. So he serves his second stop-go 30 in this race. And got immediately hit with another one. No, I don't quite know what happened with him. Well, he decided to pull... The thing I find odd with that, right, is like he could have just, you know, if he wanted to just finish, right, he could have just lifted off on the straightaway and just let me blast by, and it would have done nothing. Right? Because he is classified as having completed 11 laps, while I have 12 laps completed. Well, actually, I think I have 11 laps completed, he has 10. We're now on lap 12. Right, so we have still something to figure out with the race leader. To, you know, his race decided to disassemble itself all of a sudden. So where was his last shunt? Large shunt? Wait a minute. Oh god, no! No! For fuck's sakes! There's a so it wasn't the leader who caused the incident. So it was a back marker, ostensibly, that had actually caused the yellow flag. Yeah, the car's completely toast, as you can see. But the thing was that the back marker likely towed after this. Why did you move when precisely when there's a car coming? What the fuck's wrong with you? Number 73, yes. I mean, it's impressive that he spun like... Well, actually, no. I was thinking like, oh, he got unsettled because he touched the grass. No, no, he ate a bunch of curb and that's why he spun. He touched the grass because he ate a bunch of curb. But yeah, he's in a risky spot, but like, you know, not deadly. Like, there is enough room in front of him to pass by. And there's now yellow flags thrown, so like, he can just stay there while, you know, the race leader is coming up on the relative. Oh, these guys are not doing anything. Really? And he moves precisely when the leader comes up. Bong! That is, Hey! How are you doing? Yeah, I'm just watching the race leader getting his, race stolen for him. For us. Or however you pronounce that name. Thanks. Oh, you're Belshide. I guess. What I am asking myself with you is like, how little real wing did your Aston have to gain 8/10 on the straightaway on me? It's downright suspicious how fast you were at times. Yeah, I think it's this run here specifically, where you were like about a second back at the start, and you were then like about 1 second back. And yeah, or is it the later one? I think this is the first one where you didn't even gain that much. You gained about half a second, and then later one you gained like 8/10. How? Like, I'm also running full wing, but like, yeah, that's also yeah, that's 280. I mean, if we look here, my Porsche 270. Obviously, you have a bit of draft here from me, but like not 10 kilometers nearly. But yeah, the later draft was, I think, at this lap here. I know you. Yeah, I know, but like to this extent. Like, the extent of how bad it is occasionally wild, but like, now that the speed's roughly the same. Yeah, I am. Oh, you even lifted there. I guess you just ran... Because you had roughly the same gap coming out of this section. Well, you also had very German internet, I must say. Yeah. Where are we here? There's the curb and about 221 here. And when we look at the previous... Well, that was when you were still ahead of me. We'll look at this run here. Yeah, roughly the same as well. It's like... I find it just weird because I felt like you closed it the second time way more on me. I didn't weave as much, but not like that makes much of a difference. It's just a desperate attempt of like... Yeah, I am, as you saw earlier, like 271. Well, 272, 23, roughly. That's without slipstream. And with slipstream it's not much more. Didn't get much slipstream this race, I was usually spending most time. I had a slight slipstream twice when the Ferrari overtook me briefly. Yeah. I mean, there's the demonstration here. I think this is where I pit out. And like the first few corners here of just... You go quite decently sideways in here, okay, fine, and then... And I'm like, yeah, was he sideways the previous corner or was it internet lag? Who knows? Considering I was watching the Ferrari before, I was pretty sure my internet was fine enough. Hopefully. Yeah, it was a nice fight. I am familiar with fighting assets, it's just... They're extra pain apparently on this track for me. It's like the Ferrari was already a bit of pain for me to fight, and then the full Aston treatment is just something. Because I'm not new to the Porsche after him for a while. And yeah, BMWs also, but like especially Mustangs and Astons are just pain with their straight line speed. Luckily I haven't had to deal with too many Nissans, but like I'm pretty sure the Nissan would have also gotten me. And he apparently forgot to switch his engine off during the pit stop, so that's why he was out of it. And the Ferrari obviously sped a bit too much into pit lane. Half avoiding you entering a bit faster than I. What I did also find interesting is that it seemed that like your tires fell off towards the end. It's like, I mean, my Porsche eats tires for breakfast, but an Aston I have not seen particularly suffer too much from tire wear. And yeah, you got ice curved. Got visited by the ice curve. And unfortunately, compared to your mistake in the carousel, I was this time close because... Well, for some reason in Brünchen and Hudson-Wald, not Hudson-Wald, Hudson-Bach, I was pretty quick. Not so much Adna or Forst, for some reason that was like driving on ice. I don't quite get it. I mean, if I was about as fast as I was in the first stint, I would have not been a threat to you at all. Because I was a lot slower in the first stint. Yeah, I mean, I did see you like occasionally run pretty wide out at some points. Where was it? I mean, this... The one before here. I mean, I'm now forced here. The disco corner you didn't actually mount that hard over the curb here, but like I watched you run pretty wide here on the exit. Oh yeah. I mean, I had one. The Einhorn, yeah, I'm pretty sure the one lap really helped you a lot. But on the other hand, if I had pitted with you, I would have been in front. So that would have helped me as well. Just being in front helps a lot. Even though with the Porsche it's not particularly easy to defend with, but... yeah, because, you know, you only jumped me in large parts because of your outlap. I did have a relatively decent in-lap compared to the lap prior to my in-lap. That was the E21. It was quite a disaster, that lap, but like the in-lap was actually pretty reasonable on pace. But like on pace roughly for an 8:18, something like that. So the in-lap wasn't too bad. But you likely clocked something on pace for an 8:15, so... that's where like the 3 seconds came from that allowed you to jump me through the pit stop cycle. That obviously makes a bit of a difference. But yeah, I mean, I did touch actually the barrier in qualifying. On my quality run in Hatzenbach, I did touch the barrier in the beginning. So... yeah. I mean, one lap I watched, when you were still in front of me, I watched you drive into Galgenkopf, and it threw up dust on the turn-in, on the outside. I'm not sure if... yeah, okay, that's not an half here, but like... where was it? Probably around... somewhere. It's just... somewhere here. It's like, you got so close... it's probably not that lap, but like... you got so close to the left here on the entry that like... on the outside here... that like it threw up dust backwards, and it's like, okay, yeah, he's pushing. I wouldn't say I had a particularly perfect pit stop and in lap. I mean, you had a like on spot, like any fast lap hit entry from what I checked, you would have gotten a penalty for that. You were very much on the limit with the speeds in. And you just sort of just about barely got me there on the cycle. But then a couple mistakes like you dropping out of the carousel was really put me back into the fight. Because you did have the pace to be on the outlap. Well, on my outlap. In any case. Yeah, the other two basically sabotaged their own race. As I said, the Nissan was standing in the pit box for, what is his name again? Do we even have it in the results? Yeah, Pizak. He was standing there with the engine running for like 30 seconds. It took like 60 seconds to complete the pit stop, and I don't know why the Ferrari lost to you, but he had obviously stopped by 30 from speeding, so that became basically redundant. That was a bit much of a skip. It was sort of a slight clusterfuck, the pin entry there. We can briefly skip back to that one as well. A bit earlier. Yeah, I mean, if you can give me the lap, I can look at it, but like, otherwise it's... Oh yeah, right, I know roughly when you lost a bunch of ground to me. Yeah, this is still when you were close. You end... because you lost one of the laps a lot of time through Hatzenbach here. You lost a boatload of time there. And from that one, you'd never recover. So you dropped like 2 seconds, and that's basically... Yeah, I touched that wall, by the way, in qualifying. On my quality lap. It luckily didn't... Oh, yeah, that's that one. And that's precisely where you lost about 2 seconds. But yeah, I touched the tire barrier earlier during qualifying. My quality lap was an utter mess because I don't know how I put the car into second place, but it was not behaving. It was skipping like a rock on a thrown over a lake, over every single bump. It was a nightmare, and I was lucky that apparently either the higher fuel or that I min-maxed the oh, what are the dampers called? The fast bump damper. The fast bump damper was not min-maxed on my setup before, and I fixed that. It was the fast bump damper was maxed out still, so I changed that from qualifying to the race, and that seemed to have done the trick to make the car not want to murder me constantly. Basically, I was a lot faster than you and everybody else behind me in the first and last sector, but my middle sector was an utter disaster. It's really interesting. Yeah, I had a pretty good second stint. My first stint was not particularly fast. It's not the most unusual thing for me. But yeah, that was me, my quality lap here, touching the barrier. And I just got lucky that I didn't invalidate the lap. That the game didn't decide that touching the wall was invalidation, because you can definitely invalidate on a couple of tracks with the wall touches. And I'm pretty sure you can even on this track with some of the walls. There's a lot of them. I mean, let's go here. Brakes. Front lock. Completely overcooked it. Let's watch here. Just sideways in, and then continues to wanting to kill me here. Yeah, that's why I say, like, I mean, the sector split is after Schredenkreuz. It's just a small sample of like the slight hell that I had to deal with in qualifying. Doesn't quite curse how much this thing just wanted to, as soon as it hit any bump, just go some random direction. Again, it just went straight. And it stopped doing that luckily in the race, because I would have otherwise been cooked. Like, you can extract lap times for sure out of it, but like, not like that. I don't know if I even beat my like personal all-time best on this track, maybe this race. That's possible. I think I did that in Alton Park as well. So, wouldn't be too surprising. But yeah, did you actually see what happened to the race leader in the race? Come to think of it, because he got taken out by a backmarker. Well, I was probably showing it while you came in. But yeah, he got taken out by a backmarker. Having spun between Pflanzkarten 1 and Pflanzkarten 2. So. Yeah, well, I didn't really set up the car. I was using a setup that I think I used back in... Well, I'm not sure you lost actually that much time to me there. You really lost more time in like Hatzenbach and Brünnchen to me. Like, I didn't notice you really losing... Well, you lost probably the A10s to yourself, but like... I was using a setup I had used back in November last year, when I raced here last time. In a championship. Or I think it is the setup. I might have not saved it from that round. And that one was probably a setup that was taken from the GP circuit and modified. So that's sort of the setup history, and I didn't do really much practice for this round. I showed up halfway through, like, spent 20 minutes of the official practice for practice. Yeah, that was not nice when I saw that. I was like, when I got the yellow flag call, I was like, yeah, that's one of the back markers in front, right? Because you get yellow flags on the circuit for some reason half a lap back. Turns out, no, the race leader was involved, and I only realized this after he had dropped like 20 seconds. Where's the incident again? But yeah, the back marker ate too much curb in the left-hander between the two corners. He ate too much curb on too much of this curb, and that spun him around. And then he started moving right as the leader was coming by. And spun around just so that, like, the track is perfectly blocked. That McLaren got snapped around in half. Yoing! How many spins is that? 1, 2? Yeah, 2 full spins there. But, yeah, that's... car got completely cooked. I mean, that's like iRacing levels of damage from that collision. I think what didn't help him is that there were 2 impacts here. Because he got hit there and sent hard into the barrier as well. So ACC dealt a lot of damage to him. Yeah, as I said, like, I only realized it about when I was driving through here and looked again at the relative. It's like, thank you. I mean, we were just going over what happened to the leader because, I mean, a second place would have still been really good for me, right? I haven't had the best luck this season. I had the 2 DNFs where I think at Spa I should have had a podium. I'm pretty sure, considering where the other Porsche driver finished and where I was basically fighting towards. He would have pit cycled roughly out where I was till I got, you know, spring snapped in my throttle, and that led to a DNF. I wasn't particularly on for that such a good result in Valencia, but yeah. You gotta take what you can take when you get a win. Even if it's, you know, due to circumstances like that. Because Ivan for sure had it in the back here, and I did sort of say to curse it before the race even really started. At like, coming up to Schwedenkreuzer during the first lap, like, yeah, he's probably gone. Like, the only way we're gonna catch him is just, he has a massive accident. Even a spin, he's gonna survive. And at first I thought, like, when I saw him, like, when I realized that he was involved in the yellow flags, like, oh, he just had a spin. And he's now gonna, you know, limp it and still win it, right? And then it's like, no, the gap is shooting down with, like, a second per second, nearly. Like, this is developing fast. Oh yeah, I mean, listen, like, I wiped half my SimGrid rating out with my 2 DNFs, so... yeah, I mean, I'm an expert in, you know, women, in dealing with, what would be, an apt word to describing? I mean, I do describe my Porsche as a brat. So, handling Nordschleife as well is not too bad. I do say the Brands is kind of a more nasty circuit in some ways than this one. Although Brands doesn't have quite as many bumps. This track in Old Park with all its bumps is like kind of back-breaking. I had a bunch of like false activations of my rotary switches on my Moza KS RAM here. Like I had at one point like my engine map decreased itself by itself to 4 while driving through Brunchen, so like I had to just quickly iterate it back up. Yeah, it's... As I said, a second place would also be great. Winning like that is not great, but yeah, I can also be very happy about a second place like that, that's for sure. And even then getting the win for that is still great. Especially a home win. With some really good defenses here against getting the position back against I think against the Ferrari of definitely a name I don't want to try pronouncing. I'm sorry, but like it was for sure a good drive there. Yeah. Yeah, it's still something. What's actually the next track, because I wasn't paying too much attention. Is it finally decided what track we're going to for the next for the final round? Oh yeah, right. It will. No, wait. I'm looking at the wrong championship. I looked at the Amigos Championship that I've won, so that's wrong. Oh yeah, Indianapolis. When was that decided? I was not paying attention. But yeah, I do like Indianapolis. It's one of my favorite circuits in this game. Yes, I'm kind of insane that I say that. Yeah. I do struggle occasionally to emote. Anything that isn't anger, I struggle occasionally to emote, right? Okay then. But yes, I do like kind of Indy. At least the ACC version is quite nice. I hate the Alpha 2 version, but it's been years since I played that garbage game. But yeah, ACC version, pretty neato. I kind of like it. I've even have raced there with the Porsche also before. But I do like it especially because it was somehow a pretty good hunting ground for my Maserati. Despite that car more favored Watkins Glen than anything else. Yeah, that was a machine and a half, the Maserati GT4. But yeah, also well done, Matt, for finishing, sneaking up to second there. Nearly getting also the win, but well, I was in the right place again at the right time to get you again. Yeah, I mean, I'm wrapping up my stream here as well. Are you still? I mean, I would assume this you ended also the official broadcast already, because I take so long to review the replay usually. Because I like doing that. I like to just go briefly over the incidents and stuff, what else happened on the race, and then just wrap it all up. That way. But yeah, it would have been aptly to actually go finally onto the interview, but I didn't. Whatever. It is what it is. In any case, a good night. Bye bye. I shall be back. Yeah, I will try to wrap up my stream faster. We shall see. In any case, bye bye. Yeah, I will try. I will be back on Wednesday, I hope, because I have some obligations on Wednesday that might delay me to not make the first round of the Wednesday Warriors. And we have to see if Wednesday Warriors doesn't get cancelled like the other Amigo series, so... we have to see. Good night. Bye-bye.